Ladies and gentlemen, Rebirth Island is finally back. And we're home. Now, today's video is going to be a very special one because it is going to be the world's first look at Rebirth Island, which I actually got to play early in Dubai. I was actually flown out by Call of Duty to play test the new 6-star map, which is actually a ton of fun, which is based on a building in Dubai, which I actually played from the building in Dubai, which was unbelievable. And I also got to play Rebirth Island early. And if you guys know me, you guys know Rebirth Island is one of my favorite maps, if not my favorite maps ever in Warzone history, or if you guys know Blackout, but a lot of people don't know Blackout, but one of my favorite maps ever, and I got to play early, and we're back. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, first and foremost, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like it and send it to a friend and maybe bring the squad back together for Rebirth. Now let's get straight into it. Like I said, Rebirth Island is launching tomorrow for the people that are watching this on Tuesday, April 2nd. But if you're not, it actually launches on Wednesday, April 3rd. So that is going to be the new Season 3 update. Now the first thing, the number one thing that I noticed about Rebirth was the lighting, and it looks absolutely incredible. I'm assuming the devs took some feedback from what everybody always says about Ashika Island, how the lighting just looks depressing and kind of sad, and then obviously Vandal with the fog sometimes, just random lighting. Fortune's Keep looks okay, but I can definitely say, even from just playing it a couple times, that Rebirth Island's lighting looks freaking amazing. The other thing I noticed instantly was there was no massive hole in the top of prison, which is what we all kind of got teased in the trailer, but I know that there's going to be something kind of about that later with like Season 4 or Season 3.5 about like dynamic map changes. But for now, with the launch of Rebirth, there's going to be no weird hole in the top of prison, which I love. Now I know this is kind of a argument that goes both ways, but for me personally, I really love when the devs keep the OG maps and kind of the fan favorite maps just like they are. Like Rebirth Island felt honestly like the OG days, like nostalgia was just at an all-time high because it didn't change much, and that's how I personally like it. Now I know people on the other side of the fence are like they're just recycling old content, which I definitely understand what they're saying. It's a complete recycled content if they just make the maps the exact same, but I feel like that's kind of what made them great, and that's kind of what makes everybody love them, and that's why I'm so excited for Rebirth, because Fortune's Keep for me just didn't feel the same. Obviously with some changes to the map overall, I feel like there's obviously with the underground tunnels and just kind of that new system and the big kind of crater in the middle was just not the same. And I feel like the map just didn't play the same like it used to in Warzone 1, and I have a feeling because they didn't make a ton of map changes that I know of kind of so far with Rebirth, that it's gonna feel very nice. Now real quick, if you guys are new to Rebirth Island, let's get acquainted with the 11 major POIs. So to start off with, you have bioweapons, which is an old rusty building on the edge of the map. You have industry, which is going to be right under the helipad. Chemical engineering, I'd say one of probably the least landed spots on Rebirth. So if you guys are new, maybe try that out. Dock, with a brand new underground bunker, which you guys will see me actually try to swim in the gameplay today. Control center, one of the most mixy and high action parts of the map. Of course, prison, my favorite place to land personally. You have harbor, which is one of the places that I try avoid fighting here the most. Headquarters, famously known for its lighthouse and people camping in it. Please don't go there. Factory, one of the most mixy parts of the map. If you guys looking for action, definitely go there. Living quarters, I personally like to call it tense, and it is definitely one of my favorite places to fight in all of Rebirth. And last but not least, Stronghold, which is kind of secluded from the rest of the map. So if you guys land here, if you wipe a team, you'll kind of have the whole place to yourself. There's not a ton of action. Now, Rebirth Island will be launching with 44 players, which I believe is actually one squad more than what it used to be with 40 players in the OG Warzone 1. So I'm excited about that. It will also be dropping ranked play for Rebirth, and I want to know down below, are you guys going to be trying this out? Are you guys going to be grinding ranked play? Would you guys like to actually see me play ranked play? Because for those that know, you kind of know, I wasn't a big fan of Fortune's Keep, and honestly, Fortune's Keep had ranked play, and I didn't really like the map, so I didn't really play ranked play. You guys know I really love Vandal, and I started to kind of come around to Ashika Island even because I didn't really like Fortune's Keep. So let me know if you guys are going to be grinding that. Would love to hear that in the comment section down below. They're also bringing the nuke contract to Rebirth, and I am stoked about that because honestly, just flexing a cool camo, there's gonna be an operator, some character skins, all that kind of stuff is just my favorite kind of thing in the game, because flexing something that you grinded for, that takes skill to have, I think is really cool. So that's obviously going to be 5 wins in a row, and then you're going to have the nuke contract and the nuke challenge, which I'm assuming is going to be similar like we had in the past with all the other nuke runs. But honestly, that's going to be a super exciting challenge that I'm excited for, and obviously the video is going to go crazy for the first nuke on Rebirth Island. They also announced in the blog, which I'll link down below, that they're going to be bringing back Specialist with Season 3.5. Now, obviously, Specialist was a crazy perk that you could grab on Rebirth, where it gives you all the perks, and you just felt like kind of Thanos on the map when you had Specialist. So I'm really excited about that. They also had it on the Nakatomi Tower way back in Verdansk. I forget which season, but basically you could go up in a vault and get Specialist, and you were basically like Thanos on the map. It's super cool. So excited for Specialist to be returning to Rebirth. Now, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's gameplay. Now, actually, I'm on keyboard and mouse. I've got to say this part because I couldn't plug in my SCUF controller because they wouldn't let me. But it's fine, though. I was still frying. I was on keyboard and mouse. So, honestly, I had a good time. But hope you guys enjoyed today's gameplay. Massive shout out to Call of Duty for flying me to the freaking Dubai, which the vlogs will be dropping soon on that, to play the new map and play freaking Rebirth Island. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I love you guys, and we're in for a good season. We're back, baby. Peace.
Marking the rest of that squad on your TAC map. Go get hunting. You got reinforcements inbound. Good. Use your TAC map to hunt down the rest of them.
Requesting recon at this time. 1-1 requesting recon at this time.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time.
Your squad mate's back on station. Be advised, Resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. You still have squad mates outside the safe zone.
Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover.